Today's topic is salient features of the Constitution. Points, characteristics of fundamental rights, limitations of fundamental rights, classification of fundamental rights, proclamation of President, and universal in nature. First one, characteristic of fundamental rights. What are the characteristics of fundamental rights? The fundamental rights are the essential part of the Constitution of India. Why? Because it cannot be altered or revoked, but it can be amended. It can be amended or revoked only by special majority in the parliament. Otherwise, it cannot be revoked or cannot be amended. In a special majority, it can be amended or it can be revoked. The fundamental rights are justiciable in a court of law, but it has some, limitations. The fundamental rights cannot be challenged if the state emergency is declared by the president. During state emergency, the fundamental rights are not of any use. No person can challenge the limitations of fundamental rights, and this process continues until the proclamation of the president works, until the proclamation of the president works steadily. That's why fundamental rights is justiciable. It is said that the fundamental rights are justiciable to a court of law, but sometimes the process of enjoying fundamental rights are violated. Under such circumstances, where the persons who generally enjoy their fundamental rights cannot challenge it because of state proclamation of emergency. During that time, the fundamental rights of the citizens are suspended. But fundamental rights is known as universal in nature. Why? Because fundamental rights are guaranteed to all the citizens of India, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, and social status. All citizens are entitled to seek remedy if they feel that their fundamental rights are being violated. In that case, the person can go to the court, and it is Supreme Court who is the founder of the fundamental rights, can protect the fundamental rights of the citizens. And in special cases, the Supreme Court can issue writs of different types in order to protect the fundamental rights of the citizens. That's why it is said that the fundamental rights are universal in nature. And next one, limitations of fundamental rights. There are some limitations of the fundamental rights. The rights of the Constitution gives us, these rights are given to the citizens of India as per the Constitution. It has some limitations. None of these rights can be greater than the security of our nation and the smooth functioning of the government or administration. It can be greater than, it cannot be, the rights can be greater than the security of our nation and smooth functioning of the administration, which is why there are a few acts that help our nation from falling apart during the civil war. Suppose a civil war took place in the country. In that case, financial or state emergency is proclaimed by the president. The fundamental rights in that case, the fundamental rights can be violated temporarily, and obstructed temporarily, but no one can challenge the authority of the parliament. And whenever the proclamation will be, the proclamation of a state emergency is withdrawn by the president, the persons whose fundamental rights were violated, they can get back their rights and can exercise their fundamental rights. Fundamental rights can be suspended during the times such as civil war and financial crisis. During that time only fundamental rights are suspended, but these are suspended temporarily. And another thing is that fundamental rights are given to the citizens to exercise, but it is not more important than the civil war. It is not more important than the interest of the country. Suppose country faces a civil war, country faces national emergency, fundamental rights should be automatically suspended. Why? Because our national integrity, the national integrity and sovereignty of our country is more important than the citizens' fundamental rights. And one has to always remember that to enjoy the rights effectively, one has to remember his or her duties also. In this topic, there is no point of fundamental duties. Next time I shall discuss about the fundamental duties. Fundamental rights are there. We discussed about the fundamental rights, its characteristic features. It is fundamental rights are universal in nature. It is justiciable to a court of law. Fundamental rights and its limitations, these are discussed. But later on I shall discuss about the fundamental duties. Which is more important, fundamental duties or fundamental rights? I shall make a comparison between fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Now, what are the classifications? There are some classifications of the fundamental rights. Classification of fundamental rights. The fundamental rights are classified into 6 categories. Number 1, right to equality, right to religion, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to culture or educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. These are the 6 fundamental. These fundamental rights are classified into these 6 categories: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom and religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. These are the 6 categories of the fundamental rights. According to these categories, citizens can enjoy their fundamental rights. They can raise their voice against the exploitation, against their humiliation, and can directly go to the court for enjoying their fundamental rights properly. For example, right to equality. What is this? Right to equality means everyone has equal right to enjoy their freedom, enjoy their rights, all rights. Everyone has the equal right to enjoy all religious festivals along with other communities. The person can enjoy their own religious customs and traditions, rituals, without being obstructed by another one. So this is the right to equality. Everyone is equal in the eye of law. That's why That's why it is very important to make it clear to the citizens that right to equality, Right to equality is for all citizens of India, all citizens. They can exercise their right independently without being obstructed by any other one, without being obstructed by other one. This is right to equality, and other categories of fundamental rights I shall discuss next. Up to this, thank you.